First up, making our beds, which should be a simple task, right? Wrong. Because John takes bed making very seriously. Every corner has to be tucked, every pillow fluffed just right. Meanwhile, I'm over here just trying to keep up with his level of perfection. But hey, at least I know if this whole content thing doesn't work out, we can open a 5-star hotel. And next, it's on for breakfast. Today we're making avocado toasties because let's be real, if you don't post your avocado toast, did you even eat breakfast? A little avocado, a little seasoning, toast it to perfection, and boom, a breakfast that makes you feel like you have your life together. Is that good? Going to Crofton's Pretzels today. You ready for a hot dog?
Yep.
Okay. And we already know what time it is. It's Crofton Pretzel time. Our once, okay, fine, maybe twice a week stop for the best pretzel dogs on the planet. It's basically a tradition at this point. If you haven't tried one yet, this is your sign to do it. Next stop, Target. We're on a mission to get Easter basket goodies for my adult children and, of course, John. Because they're grown doesn't mean they don't need a basket full of treats. But let's be honest, it wouldn't be a Target trip without John seizing the moment for a full-on modeling session. And he's out here manifesting a brand deal. And honestly, Target, you can call us. Of course, we can't leave Target without a self-checkout life lesson. Today's topic, scanning barcodes like a pro and resisting the urge to put everything in the bagging area before the machine tells you to do so. One day we'll make it through without needing employee assistance. Today was not that day. That way, okay? Yeah. Remember, you've got the barcode at the top, okay? Look for the barcode. All right, can you scan that? Okay, put it in the bag. All right, now. See the barcode there? Okay, scan it. You gotta move your hand. John, do it like this. Okay. You gotta do it like this so you can see it. Okay, hold it on this on the side.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, put it in the bag. Hold it down. Good job. Put it in the back seat. Okay, time to finish strong with laundry. Washing, drying, folding. The hardest part, actually putting it away. And John is surprisingly good at folding, but let's just say his putting away technique is beyond perfection. Yeah, you can put that in the basket right there. In the second basket.
Oh.
This one here, John. Yeah. That stays in here. Okay, now you got to turn it to here. This is already here, so that's good. See this line right here?
Mm-hmm.
It's already here. All right, so now you just have to push. There you go. All right, now, hold on. All right, let's take these towels and put them in the wash so I can wash the towels. Don't move. Okay. Now, pour it in. Good job. Now leave it in there. Leave the cup inside. Just throw it in there, John. It doesn't matter. Okay, now close the lid. All right, now hit the start button. This button. Hit it one more time. Yep. That's it. Okay, no. One at a time. Do one at a time. Pour it in.
Oh.
All right, just throw it. Throw it. Just throw it. Okay, put it down.
Oh.
No. Remember which one I told you? The small one. No. Here.
Oh.
Okay. Do it again. You gotta press it twice. Okay, that's good. Now for this one, you gotta turn it that way. Okay? Good.
Okay.
This way, like that. But it's gotta go all the way to here.
Oh.
Let me see. A little bit more. Okay. That's good. Now press. Good job.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Let's see your clothes. Let's see if let's go in here and see if you folded them right. Good job. Let me see the other drawer. Good job. Let's see the bottom drawer. Let's see your socks. Sock drawer. Good job. How about the bottom drawer? Good job. And finally, we are planting some flowers to brighten up the front yard. But what starts as a peaceful gardening moment quickly turns into a water fight because I simply cannot resist spraying John with the hose. I regret nothing. Turn the water off. Okay.
Mommy, my hearing.
Okay.
Nothing. What is that, Ray?
Okay, is it off?
Yeah.
You sure?
We did. Mommy.
I just kidding. I'm not gonna do it anymore.
No, you're kidding. You're lying. You're lying.
Okay, I won't. See, look, it's empty.
No.
It's empty.
No. On.
See, look.
Mommy, stop it.
It's off. We're going to answer some questions, okay? Some of your followers on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, they want to know what some of the answers to these questions are. Is that okay? Okay. So let's answer the first few questions because we already know what some of these already are because we get asked these a lot. And I know some people are new, so they don't know. So that's why we go through them every time we have like a FAQ. So don't feel bad about asking questions, or if the question has been asked before, I do not have a problem in making sure that we answer the questions every time. How old are you?
51.
51. Why don't you like the color red?
Ugly.
He always says it's ugly, but we have come to learn that it is because of wrestling, and it has something to do with SmackDown versus Raw. Raw colors are red. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why. Another frequently asked question is, why doesn't he like the word work? I don't know. I really don't know why. And I don't know that he can express why, but I have a feeling that this is what it is that I had to go to work for so long and he was home by himself a lot. So, even though he had Anna at home at times, and we always had somebody kind of in and out to check on him throughout the day. I have cameras all through my house. He can stay by himself for long periods of time, but he just doesn't like to, just like everybody else in society. He does like his alone time, but he definitely enjoys spending time with Anna Grace and me. Yeah. So I think that's part of the reason why. And also our sister Margie, he wants her to retire and not have to go to work, right?
Okay.
You want Margie to work or stay home?
Stay home.
Stay home. Okay. So he wants everybody to be retired. Everybody needs to stay home. So just make sure that when you go into work tomorrow, you tell your boss, John said everybody needs to be retired and stay home. I'm curious about why John doesn't like dogs or animals, or maybe he's just being silly. I don't know. Did he have a bad experience? Is he allergic? Is it just a random fear? And maybe this has been answered before, but I would love to know the answer. This question, or this comment and question, gets asked a lot because of our new puppy, Theo. Do you love Theo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's over there. Yeah. Do you love him?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the reason why he gets a little sketched out, or I know the reason why, is because our family dog that we just had to put down not too long ago, a few months ago, was a biter. And he bit John. He bit everybody in the family multiple times. So, and it was just random. He'd snap. He was getting old. He was suffering from dementia, doggy dementia. And so, he definitely got more aggressive as he aged. So that's one of the reasons why he does not fully, and we all kind of skittish around other dogs now too because of it. But you love Theo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to get him acclimated to Theo and Jelly Bean, which is my daughter's dog, which is Theo's sister.
We've got both of the dogs together at the same time. So, has John ever repeated a bad word? Have you ever said a bad word? He has repeated a bad word, but it was after much coercion from his nieces and nephews to get him to say it. But he does not. And I'll let you know the reason why is we grew up in a household that was a strong Christian faith, and my parents never used bad language, and so we never used bad language around them. Now, did it occasionally slip out with us growing up? Absolutely. I never ever heard a bad word come out of my dad's mouth or my mom's mouth. So it was just not something we did. He knew that it was wrong, and so that's why. Here's one. Did we model how we would treat John at an early age, or it just come naturally, or did we decide to let it flow the way it is now? It's one of the most beautiful sibling bondings I've ever seen. So yes, it did come naturally. We always said that we would treat John just like anybody else. He does have special needs, but we treat you like everybody else in the family. And yes, we roast everyone in the family. If my family would let me put a camera up every time we had family functions, and sometimes they do, but they just don't like to be seen on camera, and I get it, so I respect their privacy too. But we roast Jerry, we roast Margie, Mary Ellen, my sister Doris, so yeah, we roast everybody. Nobody is off limits in our family. Do you like any sports? Do you like to play sports?
Wrestling.
You like wrestling? What else do you like? What other sports do you like? What's that?
Basketball.
Basketball. He loves basketball. But he doesn't watch any sports on TV other than professional wrestling. And where did the word welcome come from? Let's look at your shirt today. And welcome.
Good.
I don't know where it came from. Sometimes he makes up these words, but it's a stemming word for him. And so that's what he uses right now. It used to be home. It used to be brown. It used to be lots of different words in the past, but right now he's stuck on welcome. And our TikTok and Instagram people don't make it any better when they use the word welcome all the time as well. What's your favorite food to eat?
Chicken.
You like fried chicken?
KFC.
KFC, fried chicken. What else do you like?
Rice.
You like rice? We eat a lot of rice in our house. I know.
Go ahead.
Bacalao.
Man, got time.
It's been a long time since we've eaten bacalao. That's a Spanish, Puerto Rican dish that we cook. It's made with codfish and other vegetables, other root vegetables. What's John's favorite movie? Fat Albert?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Fat Albert?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Where's Company? Company. Where's Company?
No one.
Oh, that's their new name is No One?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Company is John's imaginary friend that he talks to the air sometimes. And so now, instead of calling them Company, he calls them No One. And it says, John, are you getting enough sleep? Because you said your eyes were sticky. Are your eyes still sticky?
Sticky.
They're sticky.
And burn.
And they burn? That's because you're not sleeping.
I know.
Yeah. And that's another question we get a lot too is if John's grown up, he's right, you're a grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah. John's a grown up. Why does he have a bedtime?
10:30.
No, your bedtime is not 10:30. It's 10 o'clock. Sometimes he gets to stay up a little bit later, but most of the time his bedtime is 10 o'clock. Mainly because he has day program that he goes to. If he has something to do the next day, we make him go to bed at a certain time, because if we allowed him, he'd stay up all night, and that's just not good for anybody's health, because when he wakes up in the morning, it's when the sun comes up, John's up. So he just would not be able to regulate his sleep pattern if we did not make him go to bed at a certain time. So that's just the rule in the house. If he could live by himself and regulate himself, he would, but he's not. I'm his legal guardian, so the bedtime is 10 o'clock. And it's just, we've noticed it's just a healthier way for him to stay. He gets in a bad mood if he's up the next day and he hasn't had a lot of sleep, which he looks very tired right now. Does John like to travel? Do you like to go places?
Me, Aaron.
You like to go to Miss Aaron's? But what if we were going to go see Hopi? Or Doris? Nope. He doesn't like going to travel. He does not like traveling. He likes to stay home. He's a homebody. People say they love to see your socks. Yep. They love your socks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which ones are your favorite socks? Are they the Elvis socks? Are those your favorite? Elvis Presley socks. Do you love those?
No shirt.
And he didn't wear a shirt? That's
No.
fresh.
I love it fresh.
Question. Just curious about why John refers to you as my son or you're my son. Do you feel like he means it in a fatherly, affectionate way, or is there another reason behind it? The son thing is about, let me see if I can answer this the correct way. Sometimes he has issues with knowing the relationship, what the name of the relationship is. So I'm his sister. Sometimes he'll say, you're my sister, or you're my son. But the whole thing with the son is that he just doesn't understand sometimes the relationship word that is used. So like sometimes he'll tell Anna, which is his niece, I'm your niece, instead of you're my niece. So those are he just gets confused sometimes with the relationship part. So between son and sister and niece, those are the words that the relationship word that he struggles with sometimes. He doesn't really watch TV. It says, what is your favorite TV show or series? He used to watch a lot of TV. He doesn't watch a lot of TV now. I had a TV in his room and he never turned it on. He gets stuck on, he has to watch his iPad at a certain time every night, and it cannot, if it's 8 o'clock that he watches it, it cannot be 7:59. It has to be 8 o'clock when he watches it. But he just doesn't like watching TV. Now he will watch, if we're all kind of sitting down and watching a show that he might like, he might sit down and watch it. But he likes going to his room and he'll turn his phone on, YouTube, and he will sit and sing all day long to just different songs, whether it's gospel music, which he really loves gospel music, or country music, Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, all those oldies but goodies. Another question is, how does John feel about dating? Do you want a girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
You want to go out on a date?
You.
I'm not going out on a date. Not me.
You my son.
I'm not going out on a date, no. How about you? You want to go out on a date with a girl?
Paula.
Paula, there's no Paula.
I am.
No.
I am.
No. Paula, you dated a long time ago.
Well, cool.
So some people have asked if John would ever go on Love on the Spectrum, and if he expressed an interest in going on that show, I definitely would reach out to them and do an application process. but I don't think he's that interested in it. He's, I've asked him before and he said no. But you never know. Life may change. He may decide that he wants to do that. But absolutely, if that's something that he was interested in doing, I would try to make that happen for him. Let's see. This question is, do other siblings invite John over to their houses and spend some quality time with him without you having to be there? So do you go to Margie's house? Have you been to Margie's house?
Oh, there.
Yeah. Margie's house. He's been to Doris's house. He's been to Jerry's. He's been to Mary Ellen's. Since I moved farther away from the family, it's more difficult to do that. So generally, when John first came to live with me, each of the siblings would take one weekend out of the month. And they did this for a little bit. Not, it kind of, fell by the wayside a little bit, but everybody has their own lives. And, John is with me probably 99% of the time. But, he wanted to go live with them or, and that's another question we get. How did he determine who he wanted to live with or who he lived with? And it just fell naturally because my mom, right before she passed away, both of them were living with me at the time. My mom ended up having dementia. She came to live with me in 2020. And of course, John came with my mom. And we have lived together since 2020. And so, it just fell naturally that way. I was the closest to my mom and John. I would visit every day after I got out of work. I would spend an hour or two at her house just so she'd have some interaction with adult conversation other than my brother. And my daughter, Anna Grace, she would go over there. She would make sure that she had food. And this is when she lived by herself in her apartment with John. And so when we decided that it was a little bit too much for her to stay on her own, she had always expressed an interest in coming to live with me. I did not want to have that happen. But things happen, things change. And, I think that it was a godsend that both of them were able to come live with me. And I had the space, I had the room, I had the ability. So that's how that happened. So, he came to live with me in 2020 and it's been that way ever since. Now, if he decides that he wants to live with somebody else, he can definitely choose to do that. That's all the questions that we have for this week, but keep them coming and we will make sure that we get them in our next vlog. So, John, can you say bye?
Bye. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out.